Hi everyone, and welcome back to Fully Playable Games, where in today's video we are going to be cracking on with the new games room build. So in the last video you would have seen that we basically filled or added in and filled all of the bookcases on the what's going to be the left side of the room. So that is the Sega, Nintendo and Xbox games. But for today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be focusing on the right side of the room, which is pretty much going to be all PlayStation. So what we've got to do is we're going to do a quick trip to Ikea to pick up some new bookcases, because at the moment I've only got one Billy bookcase over there. That's from the old games room. So we've got two new Billies to go in there. And yeah, in addition, I've got another bookcase to add in there as well. We're going to put a half-size Billy in as well. So yeah, we've got 4 bookcases to go in, 3 of them being brand new. So what we're going to do is we're just going to get straight in the car, head off, and yeah, we'll go and get those bookcases. Okay, so now we're back from the Ikea run. You can actually see how much is going to be getting done. So, as I say, this bookcase, originally when I was planning it, I was going to have the 3 Ikea bookcase, the 3 big Billies along here, and then a small Billy at the end. But what I decided to do was to actually shift this one down, put the narrow one at the end there, because that is just going to be displaying consoles. So I'm not going to be in and out of it as much as I would with the games bookcases. And with the TV unit going in this spot, it just makes it a bit easier. So the only one that potentially will have slightly restricted access, but not too much, will be the Xbox bookcase. But yeah, so what we're going to do is there is just a whole load of stuff here at the moment. So what I've been doing is just been moving stuff from that side of the room over to here, and pretty much today what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to shift everything out of here into the bedroom, and then that's going to give us the space that we need to, one, get the bookcases built and then get them all attached to the wall. Okay, so we have got all of the bookcases in the room now, which, yeah, I will admit, I am really looking forward to getting these filled up. I have put the Sega Pico up in the top shelf there for the moment. I don't like the way it sits in there, so yeah, I'm going to look at somewhere else to put that. But yeah, other than that, we are going to be able to fill up these shelves in a minute with all of the PlayStation games. So what the plan is with these, we've got the free bookcases here. The free bookcases here are going to have PS1, PS2, PS3, and then a couple of bits of PS3 and PS4 in the last one. PS5 is actually going to go on one of the bookcases that's going in the middle of the room, so they won't be going in today. But yeah, definitely looking forward to having all of the PlayStation games finally in here. But before we get to putting all that in, I've got a couple of new additions that I picked up from CEX, as well as a couple of pre-orders as well. So I didn't manage to actually get any footage when I was in CEX this time, but yeah, we did get a couple of new additions. And the first one that we've got is a new Xbox 360 game, and that is Soldier of Fortune Payback. Now, I will be honest, I know nothing about this game. I never played it, never even heard of it until I saw it in CEX. The big reason for picking it up was because it was a Soldier of Fortune game, and I absolutely loved playing Soldier of Fortune back in the day. So I think we have actually got the gold edition on, I believe it's the 360. I know we've definitely got, I know it might be the PS2 actually. But yeah, I saw that there, decided to grab it, managed to get it for £5 out of CEX. Looking it up online, it normally goes for about £10 on eBay, so that was a good pickup. Then I got a couple of new PS4 games, and the first one, I literally got it because of who made it. And that is Trover Saves the Universe. And the big reason why I got this was because it's actually from the creators of Rick and Morty. So yeah, I remember seeing this being talked about when it was released, but since then I've not really seen or heard anything about it. It is a VR game, so I don't know if it's PlayStation VR required for VR functionality. Oh, it's playable, so I can play it without VR, which will be good. I probably will play it without VR to start with, but yeah, it was purely based on the fact that it was created by the guys from Rick and Morty that I decided to pick it up. And yeah, once again, I haven't had a chance to play this yet, but yeah, definitely one that I will get in the PS5 as soon as we finish setting the room up. So you'll see there, I paid £8 for that. Looking it up online, it goes for about £12 on eBay. So yeah, at the moment I'm very all over the shop with things, so I'm literally reading all of the prices off my phone. So yeah, looking forward to giving that one a go. And then the last CEX pickup we got was actually one from a series that I'm trying to get all of the games for in the series. And that is Neptunia versus do you know what? I've been saying it perfectly all this time. Senran Kagura Ninja Wars. So yeah, I have been wanting to pick up the Senran Kagura games for absolute ages. I've had them in my wish list for a while, and they're just all sort of more than I want to pay at the time whenever I look at them. But when I was in CEX, I saw this. Obviously, we've got a couple of Neptunia games. I think mostly on the PS Vita. So yeah, it is a series that I'm familiar with, and yeah, decided to just pick that up, add it in, and then it was one of the Senran Kaguras that we've already ticked off then. So paid £18 out of CEX, and it normally goes for about £25 on eBay. So yeah, not too bad there. Then next up we get into two pre-orders that I made from Limited Run. So let me just have a look. So I originally ordered these on the 26th of March 2024, and they were first originally meant to ship back in January of this year. Then they got pushed back to April, Then they got pushed back to May, and yeah, finally it was July that we were meant to receive them. And yeah, I think I actually received it the sort of last week in July, so I did get them when I was expecting to. The first one, if I'd actually done a separate order, I would have got this one absolutely months ago. But because I ordered it in the same order as this, trying to save a bit on shipping, that's why it got held up. And that is Contra Operation Gulag on the PS5. So yeah, as soon as I saw that this was released, I pre-ordered it along with the other, or sort of bought it along with the other game. I think had I just bought this in its own purchase, it would have pretty much been a sort of an instant dispatch. But yeah, played this through, really enjoyed playing this. Definitely one that I'm going to be spending a bit more time in so that I can actually get through it as far as I can. I'll be honest, I haven't really played any of the Contra games. I do really want to get the original Contra on the NES, but I think that's like £80 cart only now. So yeah, it's definitely one I will get at some point, but for now, happy to have that one. Actually looking it up online, it's selling for about £42 on eBay at the moment. So yeah, that's actually a really good price for a limited run game. And then this next one was a collector's edition, and I'm really torn with this one, and you'll see in a minute. So I haven't opened it yet, but what I'll do is I will put pictures up from the website so you can see what's included in it. And that is Shantae Advanced Risky Revolution. So this is actually a Game Boy Advance cart in here, and it is the collector's edition. But the thing that I didn't like about this was if you wanted the collector's edition, they only gave you a gold cart, whereas in the standard edition you got the grey cart. And I would have much rather had the option to have the gold cart for a display, but the grey cart to actually play, if that makes sense. But yeah, with it being Shantae, I grabbed it as soon as it was put up, and yeah, really glad to have this. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think they're not numbered. They're numbered inside, aren't they? But yeah, really glad to have this, and I'm actually a bit torn. So I will admit this will fit straight onto the Game Boy Advance shelf, but we'll get to that in a bit more detail later on. So looking this up online at the moment, it's going for about £160 on eBay. In total for both games, I paid £146 and 92p. Obviously that is after conversions and shipping and everything like that. But yeah, really glad to get a couple more limited run games, and yeah, some that I'd actually been waiting on for quite a while. I think out of all the pre-orders that I've had open recently, these were the earliest ones that I'd ordered. So these were the ones that I actually waited for the longest. I have got two more limited run pre-orders that I'm waiting on. I think we're expecting one soon. I don't know. I need to double check. I've got it all written down. But yeah, I'm hoping that we'll have some more limited runs coming. I'm trying to think. I don't think I've got any others sitting downstairs waiting to go through. But yeah, as I say, glad to have a couple more in. And yeah, what we'll do now is we will start getting everything in. So I've got I think I've got a whole load of bags that we took out earlier on. We've got all the consoles to bring back in as well, and then I've also got a load of boxes down, or a load of the big sort of bread trays that we packed a lot of the PlayStation. I think it's the PS1 and the PS2 got packed into those. PS3 and PS4 all went into bags. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably tackle the PS4 and the PS3 first, and we'll get them in sort of these two bookcases, and then we'll tackle the PS1 and the PS2, get those all in, and then yeah, we'll be able to see where we are. So what I'm also hoping to do, so it is, what time is it? So it's coming up to 20 to 9. The wife's just about to do us dinner. And what I am hoping to do is before I wrap up today, obviously I need to get these all populated and get the bedroom clear, because at the moment I've literally just moved everything out into the bedroom and we're not going to be able to get in and sleep if I don't get that done. But what I am hoping to do tonight is to get the new blind up. So what we're going to do is we're going to be taking down the curtains and the curtain pole that we've got in here. And I actually originally bought a roller blind for the old game room, but just never got round to putting it up. So I sat in the loft for the last 4 years. And yeah, I'm going to finally get it up in here, because what I want to do as well is there's a couple of bits that I actually want to display on the windowsill. So yeah, let's get cracking. Let's start getting the stuff into the shelves, and then what I'll do is I'll get the floor clear a bit and we'll get the blind up before we wrap up for the night. Okay, so we've finally got the blind up, and I will admit I didn't get any footage of me actually putting the blind up, just purely because I didn't realise that the GoPro battery had run out. So yeah, it was only after I finished putting it up, looked at the camera, saw that it was turned off, and yeah, the battery had run out, which was a bit of a shame. But we do now have the blind up, which is so much better than the curtains. What I am going to be doing is the hooks for the curtain pole. I'm going to be taking them down, and actually I've been thinking about it today. I am probably going to put something up the top there as well, so you'd have to stay tuned to see what that will be. Then really glad to actually finally have all the console boxes in now. A lot of, especially the Nintendo ones, were put in a bit of a rush, and yeah, they were just very disorganized. But yeah, really glad to have everything in. I mean, the only thing I'm disappointed with is the PlayStation section, because I did want to actually try and get the PS5 box up in there. We do now have the Series X box on the shelf, but yeah, I was really hoping to get the PS5 box up there, but yeah, there just wasn't enough room, because as well, because of the extra retro systems that we've added up there. Yeah, we just run out of room. The small narrow bookcase, I have to admit, I am really happy with how that's turning out. So yeah, this video has actually been filmed, I want to say it's over about 2 weeks, because we wasn't actually able to get anything done last weekend. And yeah, it's a lot of things have been sort of going around in my mind. But one thing I didn't like was the fact that we had the Sega Pico and the PSX, and they were overhanging the shelf. I mean, that's what I didn't want. I wanted everything to be flush with the shelf. So yeah, really happy with how that's looking now. I am going to have to get out to Ikea and pick up some more shelves. So that will probably be something I'll do in a few weeks' time, because I have now been out and bought all of the bookcases that I need for the games room and the office. So you'll see all that in a future video. And yeah, overall I am happy, but there are some changes that I need to make, and I'm not going to do it in this video. We're going to do that in next week's video. But yeah, there are probably some quite drastic changes. I think once I've actually sort of put the room together and seen how it all looks, I've got a couple of bits that I am just not happy with. So yeah, we'll address that in next week's video. But yeah, for this week I am going to wrap the video up here. But before you go, if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that like button, and if you're not already, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell to be kept up to date when I upload new videos. I'm going to wrap the video up before my light completely dies. But yeah, once again, thank you so much for joining me today. Really hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Alright, bye.